Vegas, baby! That's right, we're going to Las Vegas. I want to know, is it still that place with hookers on every corner and it's run by organized crime and the mafia? Or has it changed over the years? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's look into it. I mean, come on, the city's motto is, if it happens in Vegas, stays in Vegas. Well, at least sometimes you certainly hope it stays in Vegas. So let's find out if things have changed. Remember the times of the drive-up wedding window or Elvis impersonators getting you married? Well, you can still do that. However, some of the weddings you can have nowadays are so luxurious and so elegant, as long as you have the money, they would make the royal family jealous. I remember a time when Las Vegas hotels looked like this, just a place to lay your head while you gambled. And now, hotels have become the destination themselves. With Caesar's Palace, New York, Circus, the Mirage, the Bellagio, I can go on and on. These hotels have become attractions all on their own, and each one vies for that all-important gambling dollar. So much so that you can get a hotel room in Las Vegas cheaper than almost any other major American city. But that doesn't mean you can't spend a small fortune on the room. Just take a look at some of these, from the Palms Playboy Suite with infinity pools hanging out over the edge of the hotel, all the way up to a 4,000 square foot hotel room with its own bowling alley. If you got the money, they got the time. And speaking of upgrades, when you go to Vegas, you don't expect to eat a Big Mac from McDonald's. Instead, you expect to eat from great chefs like Gordon Ramsay. In Vegas, the food is definitely not an afterthought. There are more 5-star restaurants per square foot in Vegas than any other city in the entire world. With so many restaurants to choose from, you can basically find any food you want. And if you're a picky eater, the chefs only take that as a challenge. And what could be better than a fine meal in a fantastic destination with great views? Just take a look at some of the scenery you can see from some of the restaurants in Las Vegas in these photos. As great as the food is, a lot of people still come to gamble, and who hasn't thought about striking it rich with one roll of the dice or one flip of the card? But be warned, this is why you can find rooms so cheap, is because they want you in their hotel casinos spending your money there. And hotels have plenty of tricks to keep you at those tables or at those slot machines or at the roulette wheel. So keep an eye on your cards, but keep an eye on your money as well, because it's very easy to get wrapped up in the excitement when all the lights are flashing and everyone's cheering. There are too many stories in Vegas of people who start off slow and then get wrapped up in the excitement, and before you know it, they're down to all their money in the pot and they lose everything they came with. So know how much you're willing to lose before you start gambling, and you'll be far better off for it. By doing this, you're going to have enough money left over to do all the other things you could possibly do in Vegas. From all the different sightseeing tours to thrill rides that'll stick you out over the sides of a hotel and dangle your feet over the edge. How's this ride for something that's heart-stopping? Vegas can also lay claim to the tallest Ferris wheel in the world, as well as a huge indoor amusement park. And if you feel like just getting out of the city for a while, how about a trip down to Hoover Dam? Or maybe walk around the Grand Canyon. And if you don't feel like walking, you can always take one of the many helicopter excursions and do the exact same thing. At one point, if you mentioned a show in Vegas, the only thing that came to mind were beautiful girls in pink flamingo feathers. Now you have the likes of Elton John, Britney Spears, David Copperfield, Chris Angel, Penn and Teller, Jennifer Lopez, Cirque du Soleil, Celine Dion. This is just to name a few. There are so many shows, you're sure to find something you're gonna love. What's that, fellas? You want to see beautiful girls in skimpy costumes? Well, don't worry. Vegas still has plenty of shows like that. And ladies, well, let's just say you'll be taken care of as well. Now that the shows have heated us up at night, why not cool things off during the day at one of the great Las Vegas pool parties? These parties have great music and great atmosphere, but be warned, if a pretty girl walks up to you and asks you to dance and then asks you to buy her some drinks, chances are she's working for that hotel, because hotels actually pay these girls to go around and entice customers to keep drinking. And while we're on the topic of paying girls, I've saved this purposely for the end. After all, it is called Sin City for a reason. So if you think this is the kind of girl you're going to run into looking for a lady of the evening, you've got another thing coming. More likely you're just going to be reading billboards, or possibly even running into one of the 10,000 guys like this on every street corner handing out those little cards that make you feel like you're collecting X-rated Pokemon cards. So take some friendly advice. Just hold on to your money and your health and enjoy the rest of Las Vegas because, well, you know, it's Vegas, baby! Hi, I'm Don from Dons'Family Vacations, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you'd like to see more videos about vacation destinations or travel trips, please click the subscribe button. Until then, have a good day and a great vacation.